am standing here doing my makeup and I had some thoughts running around in my head. So rather than just let them slip away, I decided to just go ahead and quick hit record while I am finishing my makeup here, and we can kind of chat. So the thought on my mind was something that I read in a housekeeping group that I belong to. It's a group of other mutual housekeepers from across the country, essentially. There might be some folks from some other countries, but I think mostly just from North America area. People were asking, I'm a first-time housekeeper. How the heck do I price a job? And I thought, rather than commenting, there's a lot that kind of like can go into it and a lot of variables. So it's a lot easier to chat and explain it rather than typing it all. So I'm probably going to go ahead and share it there after I go ahead and get that posted, or this posted on YouTube for you all. But feel free to share with a friend. And for those of you who are new to our community, hi, I am Stephanie, and I teach people how to keep their homes cleaner with less effort. And I also teach aspiring cleaning professionals the tips, tricks, and things that you need to learn in order to get started making really great money on a part-time basis. So before we get into everything, please help this message get out to more people by just really quick hitting that like button, hitting subscribe if you are not already subscribed, and don't forget to hit the little bell just so that way whenever I post videos randomly, you'll be the first to know, and you can go ahead and tap into that information. So let's get into it. There are essentially two basic ways to price your job. So you can do it either hourly, or you can do it as a flat rate per job. So you are going to, as you get more accustomed to timing on everything, you'll be able to price things a lot quicker, a lot easier, and kind of give a best estimate. For me, for what works for me, my timing is pretty much set to the standard listed right there. So you can go ahead and refer to that website for each specific thing that you would need to clean. So for example, my bathroom has one toilet, one sink, one shower. There are some bathrooms that have one toilet, two sinks, one stand-up shower, and a big bathtub. So everything is different. And then you'll also want to consider the surfaces. So as you can see, maybe you can see part of the walls here have like a tile, and it kind of carries over from the shower, and then the other half of the wall is painted. So, and then again, some bathrooms are going to have a window, where mine does, and then other bathrooms do not. Or maybe they just have like a little tiny like pocket window, maybe off the shower or something like that. So every room is going to be different, and every room is going to have different needs. However, on average, sometimes if I'm trying to make a very quick estimate, typically what I will do is tell clients this. As a general rule, for me, most rooms on a maintenance clean will take on average 1 full hour. The deep clean is going to be essentially twice of what my maintenance cleans are. If you have never had a cleaning with me, your first cleaning with me is always a deep cleaning. Because a lot of times clients will say, oh yeah, we just had a cleaner in here 3 months ago, but they won't tell you that. So your first cleaning with them is always going to be a deep clean. If they argue with you, say bye-bye. There are too many clients in this big old world that needs services. So you want folks that are going to be honest with you because they want you to be honest with them. So, you have to have your own kind of standards. So rather than argue with clients about when the last time they had a cleaner in with them, I always start everyone out with a deep clean initially. That is how it works. And then from that point, we can mutually agree on how often they ought to have their maintenance cleans. I will make my recommendations. Some clients more like want greater frequency. A lot of clients that are on a budget are going to say, ooh, like, no, thank you. I need you here less. So anybody that wants just once a month cleaning, it's essentially a deep clean every single time. So if you have not had a cleaning with me in the past 3 weeks, it's always a deep clean because it will always be a deep clean. A toilet not being cleaned for a whole month, even with one person, and I am just one person at my place, and it will, like, if I didn't clean it weekly, it would be disgusting. So, that's how I always go about that, and that's just my rule. And then from the maintenance clean, the deep cleaning, and then like a move in, move out clean is going to be twice hourly of what a deep cleaning is, or 4 times that of the monthly clean, or maintenance clean, maintenance clean. Now, some of my clients are on 2 times a week, some are on once a week, some are on once a month. I have some elderly clients that they are really super tight budgeted, and so that's what we do. But they also don't have pets that are doing fur and everywhere. So I'm comfortable with that level of rotation. If they did have pets, I would insist that I would really like to be there every 2 weeks. If not, they're going to be charged the deep clean rate. So, but again, I have a building or a continued relationship with these folks, and I also, have been taking care of their home for quite some time. So it's just really easy for me to, like, as I see things, just kind of like do maintenance here and there. Not tools maintenance. I mean maintenance cleans. Like maybe I'll do the baseboards like every time in a particular room, but not in others. And I just kind of play it by ear and like literally feel the thing and check the dust and then evaluate what I need to do. Like same with ceiling fans. Maybe you're going to need to hit it every time, every house, maybe not. I have a twice a week client that they're not really like dusty or dirty at all, but they're ceiling fans are all black and they show the dust easier. So there, I typically do dust the ceiling fans every single week, once a week. So without fail, because if I don't, it'll layer up and just won't look great anymore. So you have to really use your best judgment as far as how you want to go about pricing your jobs. Do you want to do a flat rate that once you are on a maintenance, let's say sometimes it takes 8 hours, sometimes it takes 6, and then eventually your cleaning skills are improved and you've learned how to be more efficient and you've kind of like taken that down to like 5-hour cleans instead of an 8-hour for one person. So that's how you're going to go ahead and do that. When I have an initial conversation with a potential client, and let's just say I have a client message me and say, hi, Susie referred you to me as a housekeeper. I would love to have you come clean my home. How much is it? My response will be sight unseen. I can't really give an estimate over the phone. and I would like to come do a walkthrough. So we can meet each other, and then I can do a walkthrough and see the level of dust or the surfaces that you have and areas of concern for you specifically. Most folks, if they're in town, that's 100% what I'm going to do is do a walkthrough. That's another conversation. We'll have that just shortly. Hang tight. But if they are not in town, what I will just give them that rough estimate. So for an initial deep clean, I'm going to estimate roughly about 2 hours per room that we are going to be doing, because that's going to be the maintenance clean, or the deep clean, excuse me. And then going forward, your maintenance cleans are likely going to be about half the time going forward. So if you're comfortable with that, and I like to present it like that, like if you're comfortable with that, that's how I work. I would love to give you a rough general estimate, and then we can schedule your deep cleaning. I will come, I'm going to roughly estimate, or commit to a certain amount of time. And then if it happens to, like, if we don't get to everything, we'll chat at the end, and then we'll make a plan going forward. Are you comfortable with that? So sometimes you do have to just kind of like, because I have had referrals where people are like over an hour away, and I'm not going to drive 2 hours just to give a free estimate. I will drive like 20-30 minutes though, like if they're local. Absolutely, I'm going to go over there, I'm going to give them a legitimate estimate, because there have been times where people I did not want to work with. Maybe if I wasn't comfortable with it, or they weren't going to fit into my schedule, or a whole myriad of reasons. But and oftentimes then I would just have some people in mind that I can always refer them to if they're not a good fit for me. So if you do not feel comfortable with these people, if they are offensive to you, that is okay. You do not have to work with them. You do not have to. And I have ended professional relationships because I just did not feel comfortable in the home for whatever reason. And there have been a couple. There was one where there was fecal matter literally everywhere, and I had to like leave after I was assigned to it from a company that I was working with, that like they just booked me for the gig. And I got there and I did a quick assessment and a loop around with the client. And I'm like, listen, I am so sorry, but I am not qualified to work with fecal matter all over every surface of the floor. It was like bombs, like she let her dog crap all over inside the house, and it was a biohazard. So I just told her, I'm so sorry. I am gonna get a hold of my company and just let them know. And that's what I did. Like, I contacted my company right away, and I'm like, no, please don't send anybody there, and I cannot. And I just recommended that she should probably call like a social worker or something to that effect, to get like a hazmat, somebody that was more certified to clean up hazardous waste, because I am not. So, and it may have offended her, but it wasn't a safe place for her to live or her pets, and peace be with you, and that is fine. And I just, that's all you can do. But typically, like I said, I will just go ahead and give them a generalized estimate. And I always say, this is not an exact science. This is just a rough estimate. But you can kind of tell, like, once you go into the home. So things that you're going to keep in the back of your mind. How many pets do they have there? What kind of surfaces do they have there? there was a home where this guy put that laminate that you use inside of your garage, like that glossy laminate. He put that on every single one of his floors within his house. Why? I don't know, but it was not like I did that job once again because the company that I was working with just assigned me to it, and never again did I go back. I just did the best job that I could while I was there, but I also explained to him, like, I had to look up how to care for these surfaces today because this is not a normal type of thing for my my scope of care. What I'm qualified or knowledgeable, most knowledgeable about. So I just told him that, I did my best. So as of today, all of the offices that I clean, we clean based on a flat rate for the tasks that get done. And then it is up to me to operate within a timely manner. I always make sure that accuracy is first, but timeliness is just for my convenience. Now, yes, I have these appointments on a regular routine, and I'm so on top of it, and I have like a flow about it, and it just goes by super duper quick. Unless there's like a snag for some reason. I mean, like the one time there was like bugs coming in the windows from like the seasonal stuff. So it can vary a little bit. Or like you'll have like the rock salt from snow, from boots tracking through the space or whatnot. So wintertime, the floors can be a little bit more. So I kind of know that, and so that can vary a little bit, but I just charge the offices a flat rate. But my homes with home offices, I do as an hourly rate. Now I do have a client that they say, we only want you for 10 hours a week. And I do 5 hours one day, 5 hours another day. We split it up intentionally so we can get the house covered in like midweek, so we can kind of keep it maintained. And that works great for them. And I just, kind of ask her, like, what's most important for me to do today? And we handle those tasks. And then I have another set of clients that, again, it's a twice a week. We do hourly, but she's not budgeted. And so she's just like, get it all done. And I just work as long as I need to in order to get all the tasks done that we need to get done. So I would like to say that it's a good thing to integrate those pricing styles as needed, as it makes sense, and as you want to honor your client's requests. So do what makes sense to you. Of course, if you have any questions whatsoever, please drop them below, because I love to connect with you all here, and I love to help any way that I possibly can. So let us know in the comments how we can be of better service to you. Thanks so much for watching.